Greetings, everybody. Eric Brown, back at it again, back at it again. Hey, I want to tackle a subject that is all too familiar with a lot of us, and that's the subject of anxiety and people having anxieties. Before you click off, just hear me out. Just hear me out, though, because anxiety, man, it's more prevalent than you think. A lot of people are suffering with anxieties. I don't think they're suffering from anxieties because something is wrong with them. I think they're suffering with anxiety because they're dealing with a lot of things in society right now, and a lot of things are coming at them, or they're dealing with things in a different way. Everybody deals with things differently. And so I'm not going to knock the people that can't properly deal with things and then lift the people up that can. I'm just going to say that anxiety is a horrible thing, and it can be debilitating for some people, so much so that people have to be medicated for it. So anxiety in a nutshell, man, it's like that heightened, when you talk about the fight or flight response, fight or flight, you're going to fight or you're going to flee. Well, that fight response is where you kind of get that first, that stun thing, man, and that's when you got to decide on what you want to do, man. But in a nutshell, it's just being extra nervous and extra jittery. And it can be, anxiety can also be just being, it can get to a point where anxiety can look like a personality disorders almost. But they really are just people just on edge, man, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, people are dealing with a lot today. And, as someone who loves mental health and behavioral health, and I have background in it, and so, but I don't purport to, be giving any medical advice. I'm only giving my experience with anxieties and how I've educated people on it and help people to deal with it. And also my own experience with anxieties. Hell, I've suffered with anxieties, not so much as it used to be, but I definitely, I get my anxiety, my anxiety. It's where it is. Let's put it to you like that. You know what I'm saying? So to each his own. But anxiety is out there. It's prevalent. There's nothing ashamed of having anxiety, especially when you're dealing with all these things in life right now, man. All these things that keep you up at night. Hell, I get nervous just thinking if I get a phone call in the middle of the night. Before I go to bed at night, that makes me nervous, and that creates an unnecessary anxiety, man. That sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? But you get anxiety about just going into the store. You just want to go in the store to get some milk and some bread, a couple items. But you got to go into the store. You got to be around all these people who look like they got mental disorders. These people that are not in a hurry. You got these people with different personalities. And the problem could be you not being able to kind of navigate through all of that. But hell, I'll take that all day long because I got a problem navigating through all of that. I don't want to deal with all that. I want to get in and get out because that creates anxiety for me to be around a lot of folks like that, especially when I start seeing a lot of movement, a lot of crazy movement, man, Like I remember one night I went to the store, man. It was kind of late night, so it wasn't that many customers in there. So I seen these cats, man, walking through there, man. These dudes in there, and this was like in, I want to say August, September time frame. These fools had black trench coats, man. Black ass trench coats, black skull cap, walked through the damn store. I'm like, what the hell, man? That kind of stuff makes you anxious, you know what I'm saying? It makes your damn anxiety bad. And that kind of thing makes you wonder what the hell they got under those coats. And the hell you doing with trench coats up like this, man? You know what I'm saying? But to each his own. But like I said, anxiety, there are a lot of triggers for anxiety. But one of the things I want to do right now, before I leave here, is to kind of give you some tips on how to deal with anxiety. And everybody deals with anxiety differently. All anxieties are different. There is no one anxiety. There's no one fix. There's no one remedy, but there are ways to manage it in a way to where it's comfortable comfortable enough till you can live a healthy, daily lifestyle. So one of the things I want to tell you with anxiety, always seek medical attention if you feel like it's at a point to where your anxiety will keep you up at night, you're not getting any sleep. That's when, for me, it's time to go seek medical attention, because if you're not getting any sleep, then that's a domino effect. Then you could cause some other medical issues because, man, y'all have no idea how important sleep is to the body. It is so important to the body. So there are studies that show that those that don't get a lot of sleep, our lifespan is not as long as those that do. So I'm gonna put that out there. But that's really important as far as anxiety. But if it gets to a point where you can't sleep at night, try to seek some kind of professional help or medical attention. Now, anxieties in general are not a bad thing. They're not a bad thing. Like I said, they're just ways of managing. And there have been so many different people that do different things. People use CBD. They use hallucinogens like marijuana, cannabis, edibles. They do those things to deal with anxiety. Some people use medications, the Xanaxes and the other stuff out there for anxiety, to each his own. That's not what I'm here to tell you to do. What I'm here to tell you, though, is to be able to know when it's time to take action, when your anxiety is starting to get a little out of control, when you're starting to be around people, when you're starting to be a little fidgety, or you're starting to be a little, how can I put this, on edge. You're around people like argumentative, like you want to get into an argument, kind of like, a lot of times it's just you have just a bad anxiety little thing going on. So, but they'll interpret it as you being an asshole. So that's why it's so important for you to recognize the signs and kind of back off when you feel your stuff, kind of when your blood start to boil a little bit. Kind of back off, man, and isolate yourself and get away from the situation. Don't get your anxiety to a point to where it looks like you're just freaking out, but really you're just having an anxiety attack. Then it becomes panic attack. So don't get there. Go take a break. Go isolate yourself. Get away. Leave. Be by yourself. Become one with yourself. But that's important. The other thing with anxiety is this is a weird one with anxiety. And I'm not going to delve too far into this, but I want you to understand that it exists. People can overeat because of anxiety, or they can have bad eating habits because of anxiety. Y'all need to understand that. So they can have bad drinking habits. Hell, I think I do. I think I drink too much coffee. I got to have at least 2 a day. I'm kind of cutting back on it, change the kind of coffee, but at least 2 a day I have, you know what I'm saying? And that may be 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening. It just depends. But I have my own, vice, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, it can definitely lead to unhealthy eating habits, having anxiety. Some people tend to want to eat more when they get fidgety, man. They get fidgety, they want to go get some fried chicken, some fried food, and I guess that's why they call it comfort food. All the fried stuff, all the stuff is really not good for us. The pizzas, the popcorns, the potato chips, you know what I'm saying? The comfort foods, the donuts, I guess that's why people lean toward it, because it elicits a response that kind of gets the senses tingling back there and gets you to relax or whatever. But it can be dangerous on the overall health, because you're getting those really unhealthy pounds put on you because you got issues with anxiety. You could deal with the anxiety and prevent all that unhealthy eating and the weight gains and all that kind of stuff by just dealing with the issue. But recognize you have anxiety. Recognize that you know where your normal is. You know where your normal is, and your normal and someone else's normal obviously is different. Your normal in the morning is different than your normal in the evening. What I'm telling you to do is find your baseline normal on a given day. If I had a dart and had to throw it at one location, where's your normal? And throw that dart. You got to tell me where's that going to land. Where's your normal on a daily basis, pretty much. And I know that changes on a day-to-day basis, depending on the things that are coming at you. But in general, you have a normal. You have a normal. You do have a baseline. It's just, you can't see it because you have all these other things coming at you. You got to figure out what the baseline is. Once you figure out what the baseline is, then you can begin to be in a better position to manage the anxieties. Because once you understand the baseline, then you can understand the things that spike up and down, like on a chart or graph that say, what's going on here? Why am I getting these anxieties? Oh, what's going on here? Oh, it's because I got this bill due. Oh, it's because I got this notification. I got, this. It's all kind of triggers that can take place. So it's important to have a baseline to understand what those triggers are. Hey, with that, I'm not going to delve too deeper into that. And like I said, my videos, man, is all going to be about giving back. I'm a public servant. I got a wealth of knowledge. I got receipts. When I talk about anxiety, I am degreed in psychology. I also clinical work psychology, Air Force medicine, medical, done it, did it, a number of years, a lot of post-grad work. So some experience in it, but enough where I could talk to it. So with that, this is Eric Brown, MOBO-Media. Hey, I'm always trying to uplift and try to improve the lives of others. And so follow me on this journey. Please like the video. Like the video, because that lets YouTube know that I'm doing a good job and I can keep making videos like this. But like the video and subscribe to the channel. Check me out. With that, Eric Brown, MOBO-Media. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.